It was a good idea to get some new equipment now that we've got all that gold from the contest.
Shh! Don't mention the money out loud in the market. The last thing we need is to get robbed. Besides, I've heard whispers about a black market here. Rare items you can't find anywhere else.
That makes me anxious. I don't know. Do you really think it's safe?
We'll have to be cautious, sure. But it's worth a risk. The equipment we need could be life-changing. And hey, we can finally get some new clothes too.
You and your fashion sense.
Oh, come on. We'll find you something green, airy and comfy. Something that will boost your fighting skills and will make you look even more beautiful too.
Yeah, and where exactly do we find this market?
Well, I asked around while you were busy chatting with that tree earlier. Yeah, they told me to look for a vendor named Garrick in the alleyway behind the old clock tower. Come on, follow me. Hello, are you Garrick?
Depends. Who wants to know?
Midnight Shadows.
All right. Follow me.
Oh, these clothes. They are...
This green dress is the Verdant Embrace. For druids, it enhances their spells and provides poison resistance. It's 200 gold pieces. And this is the Bard's Ensemble. A white dress with black knee socks, plus the featherlight mantle. The dress enhances charisma, the socks add dexterity, and the mantle allows featherfall. It's 500 gold pieces.
These are fantastic, but that price... We don't have that much gold.
Hey, is that a drawing of Demon Vox? You're a fan?
You know him? Yes, he's my favorite artist. His music is mesmerizing.
Wow, that's great to hear. I'm a huge fan too.
Of course you are.
Sionach!
Really? That's impressive.
Yes, in fact, I am a good friend of his.
A friend? No, there's no way.
We have participated together in a music contest, and I won, for just a bit.
You beat Damon Fox? There is no way.
It's true, she did.
Maybe I could arrange a meeting with him, or, I don't know, even get an autograph for you, if you'd like.
A meeting with Fox? That would be something.
Oh, think about it. You get a great deal now by giving us these items for, well, let's say 500 gold. And you get to meet Fox and also get an autograph. Oh, you know how much that costs. I'm practically robbing myself here.
500 gold? That's quite a discount from 700.
Oh, come on. You'll get to meet the artist you admire and have a great deal on these items too. I'm doing you a solid, sir. I mean, who else has the opportunity to meet Fox in person?
Yeah, all right. I'll take your offer. 500 gold pieces plus the meeting and the autograph.
Let me arrange it.
I can't believe how things turn out in our favor. We actually got these items at a good price.
Luck will always be on our side, especially with the kind of charm we've got.
By the way, I'm surprised Fox agreed to that. He must be really fond of you. What did you two talk about that night?
Talked?
Lovette.
You're so cute when you're blushing. Your hair turns cherry red. So, what do you say we celebrate today's shopping victory?
Sounds like a plan. Lovette, I think someone's following us.
Are you sure?
Definitely. I can feel it. What if it's Malakor's people?
It's possible, but until we're certain, we should try to blend in and lose them.
All right.
They're lost in the crowd. Split up. We need to find them. Bring them in alive.
Semper Videns!
Do you know how dangerous it is to spy on others? Let me show you a real peek.
I need to call reinforcements before they... Oh, Duke will be furious if he finds out we missed them. If the plan fails.
Duke? Who is this Duke?
Don't say his name. Don't even think it. Don't. Malachor the Cruel.
So that's it.
Lovette, is that it? Did he send them?
Yes.
What will we do with her?
There is only one way.
Will you kill me?
No. But I can't say the same for your boss when he finds out that you messed this opportunity up.
Damn it!
Look at me. You didn't find the ones you were searching for. You lost them while chasing and decided to regroup with your team. Understood?
I couldn't find them. I should rejoin my team.
Do you think this will work?
Not entirely, but it should buy us some time. This man is very powerful.
How did he find us in the first place?
Magic? But I can work something out with that, I think. Now, let's go before anyone else finds us.
Where have you been? Did you track them down?
No. They slipped away.
The Duke won't take this failure very kindly. Let's go.
Welcome to another episode of the BnD podcast. I can't believe we're back. It's been 84 years. I almost thought we wouldn't make it, to be honest, but thank the maker we did. Did you all catch that Easter egg, or am I just being too excited to be back and discuss one of my favorite game franchises in the whole of Thedas?
Well, not that excited, to be fair, but your enthusiasm is loud and clear, and I love it. I'm here for it. But before we start, we want to give thanks to the talented voice actors who have participated in today's intro and gave their voices to the characters. Jamie Peary, Elizabeth Gallagher, and Jonathan Goslar. Thank you so much for your contribution. You've been so great. We'll put their social media links in our description, so make sure to go and check them out. So, guys, in today's episode, we are going to give a review on the new Dragon Age Veilguard game, and I was thinking for this review, before we even start diving into the details, why don't we rate the game first? Like, just a gut feeling, no explanations. And then after our discussion, we'll give it another rating and see how much that changes. What do you think?
Let's do this for the Inquisitor. Oh no, that's the wrong game.
And so it begins. The Dragon Age puns are here to stay. The night is long and the path is dark with this one. Trust me. So, based on my overall experience, I personally give Dragon Age Veilguard a 6 to 10. Just a straight up score. No context yet. What about you?
I think I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10.
Okay.
Don't come for me, DA fans. I'll explain later.
You know, to be fair, I think that the true DA fans are okay with this rate.
Probably.
Maybe they would give less. Anyway, awesome. We're off to a good start now. So let's kick things off with a little word association. What's the first word that comes to your mind when you hear Dragon Age Veilguard?
That is easy.
Okay.
Espresso.
Because you're thinking about it every night. Oh, isn't that sweet? I guess so.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Well, for me, I'd say 2024.
2024. You mean 2024, the worst year ever? Come on, it wasn't that bad of a game.
Well, 2025 will be so good to you, though. I can already feel it. But when I say 2024, I mean modern, closer to our reality. We'll get more into that. But before that, let me tell you, people, that we've had this idea to make this review more fun and interactive. And instead of just talking about the game point by point, we're going to play a little game.
Yeah, as you already know, probably if you're listening to us, we're really fun at parties.
Are we?
Mhm.
I don't know about that, but we've got a few words or phrases related to Dragon Age Veilguard, and they're about things like the graphics, the music, the story, etc. So we'll take turns saying the word or a phrase, and then we have to put it into one of three categories that we've created: the good, the bad, or the WTF, as in what in the fade.
If it was a game of kiss, marry, kill, you know I would always choose Solus to kill, but I'll take it.
Yeah, not convinced at all. Because I know you choose Solace for all of the three. Let's be honest here. Come on, Val. You know that's true.
Um,
You
okay,
know that's true. You know
yeah,
that's true.
let's move on.
But the game is simple and fun, even though it is not Kiss, Marry, and Kill. So let's get started. The first word is graphics. So what category would you put it in?
They're good for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Because the graphics never disappoint when it comes to the Dragon Age franchise. The colors, the wilderness, the landscapes, the small face details, the hair.
Oh, yes.
This is the
Yes.
first time that we can see long hair moving like this in a Dragon Age game, and I'm so here for it.
Mhm.
They always go above and beyond when it comes to the graphics, so I can't say anything bad about this. But what category would you put it in?
I'm going to place the graphics in the good category too, because the landscapes were really absolutely stunning, so detailed and beautiful. The characters' designs were equally impressive, and I was also so freaking amazed by what they did with the hair. There
No
were
more mods. No more
Yes,
mods.
no more mods, the real thing. There were a lot of times that I found myself moving my character around just to watch the hair flow because it was just mesmerizing. You did that too?
I think so too. I think I probably did. But to be fair, I spent more time in character customization than
Yeah, that's
playing the
fair.
game.
That's fair. That's fair. But overall, the graphics were truly remarkable. So good it is.
All right. So next one, story. Where would it go?
I'd probably put it in the what in the fade category because honestly, I am not completely hooked. I have this way of knowing if I truly love a game story or not when I'm into it. I'll invest all of my time in it. I won't eat, I won't sleep, I'll hyperfixate for days. I'll probably talk to Val about this for
Yeah, like a
hours,
podcast.
like a podcast, like what happened with Final Fantasy VII anyway,
Last night.
last night. Well, it's all I can think about day and night. But if I don't vibe with the story, it's super easy for me to just stop, come back to it later, or maybe never. And that's exactly what happened with this one too. I haven't even finished it yet, and I'm already near the end. And so you are going to ask me why put it in the white and the fade instead of the bad category? Well, because I don't find it bad, just not that interesting. What do you say?
Okay, so I haven't played the whole game yet.
Hmm.
So you might have to ask me again when I finish it.
Okay.
But the story will go in the what in the fade, indeed. There are things that don't make sense to me with the timeline. Also, I'm not really invested 100% in my rook yet.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, kids, but I had to say it.
Yeah, that's so true. I feel the same way about my rook too, to be honest. I don't feel that connected. But, let's move on to the next word. The word is music.
Oh, music is always in the good category.
Hmm. Hmm.
Again, the music scores are always amazing when it comes to the Dragon Age games.
I am going to agree with that. I really
I think
enjoyed
they
them.
need to hire me for
Yes.
promoting them.
She's ready. Well, you know what? To be fair, we've put the good words first.
Yes.
Let's wait and see. So, the music is beautiful, and takes you to these otherworldly, fantasy-like places. So, for that, I'd say good too. We're matching pretty much so far.
So far, so good,
So
yeah.
far, so good.
hmm But what about the voice acting?
I'd say good. The voices were pretty neat, and I love the fact that our character has a voiceover to begin with, because I love it when games do that. So, no complaints here.
Okay. Matthew Mercer is in it.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I
I
have
forgot
to put
about
it
that.
in the good category, even though I'm not 100% okay with a choice.
Hmm.
Not the choice of the voice actors, obviously. They're all great. They
Yeah.
did a great job. The choice of the way the characters speak.
Okay. Why do you say that?
I'm I'm not sure why. I just felt a bit betrayed after I heard them all talk. You know,
You you were expecting something else?
yeah, so I
Oh,
have a
okay.
thing for accents.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that none actually made me fall for them so far, apart from Emmerich's, I think. But it's okay. Age is just a number. Am I right?
Emmerich puts the romance in the necromancer, so I can understand why. Okay, so next word, writing.
What in the fade?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I can't say it's bad, but it's not great either. They focus on every other aspect of the game apart from this.
Yeah.
And it does remind me, unfortunately, it does remind me of the Dragon Age 2 game. A flop, not a bop, for sure, but I still love it, no matter how bad the writing was.
Yeah.
So I will learn to love this one as well, I think. What do you think?
For me, this is where we disagree, to be fair. I'd place the writing into the bad category, like really, really bad. Because for me, personally, it's boring, it's uninspired, and it uses so much modern 2024 language that it completely ruins the fantasy vibe. It feels meaningless, like the dialogue is just there to dump info about the world or say random stuff that doesn't even matter again and again. And I'm sorry, but there's an actual dialogue option, seriously, that says oof. You can just answer oof in a fantasy game. And I mean, how am I supposed to take that seriously? And what makes it worse is that Dragon Age used to be the game for deep moral decisions and dark themes, hard lessons, mature content. It had gore, nudity, and heavy stuff that stuck with you. And now with Veilguard, it feels like they've turned many things into a Disney movie. Like, take Emmerich, the necromancer. Back in the day, necromancers were dark, forbidden, dangerous, outcasts, and, it made sense, necromancers. But now necromancy is just cool and trendy because being a
He's
lich,
cute though.
yeah, I know, but, isn't it weird? Being a lich is apparently a huge honor now, and you get funny little skeleton minions. Like, don't get me wrong, Manfred was adorable, for sure. I
Matthew
love
Mercer.
Matthew Mercer was great, but in this setting, in this world, it doesn't fit. Because if it were a different game, I'd be all for it. If it was a Disney movie with Emmerich and Manfred, I would adore it and cry like a baby. But here, it just feels off. And then there's Tash. Because when you meet them, they seem so awesome. Cool design, the dragon vibe, the horns, and I was so hyped because they reminded me of Karlach, and I love Karlach. But then their whole personal story is about coming out as a non-binary to their mother. And look, that's a really important issue in the real world, no doubt about it. But in a fantasy game, it feels so out of place. And it's not just Tash, it's basically every character. I love when writing teaches lessons or makes you think, but I don't want it to hit me over the head with it. Just make it subtle. Let me get the message without feeling like it's being forced. And I can still remember the scenes with Tash's mom complaining about their daughter not wearing enough dresses or not cooking enough. And those moments felt so uncomfortable, to be honest. Like being at your friend's house while they fight with their parents, and you're just sitting there thinking, can I leave now? So, yeah, overall, the writing just didn't do it for me. It felt like such a missed opportunity.
For me, it's just the fact that the writing feels a bit sloppy.
Mm-hmm.
They were saying that the game would come out at least 2 years ago. They even changed the name of the game at some point. That felt a bit unorganized in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Was there a different story and someone left and they decided to change it? This is the vibe I'm getting somehow, especially after what happened with the Vampire the Masquerade game. I expect the worst now.
That's true. Yeah.
But let's move on. It's fine. What about companions?
I'd say bad.
Oh no.
No one was really that interesting. And I didn't feel the connection with anyone, to be fair. I barely remember their stories, and I feel I connected more to Manfred, the skeleton, and Dashan, the griffin, than my party. How about you?
I really don't want to say that I will put it in the bad category. Don't get me wrong. I loved Belara and Emmerich, but I'm really sorry for saying this. I'm a bit bored with all of them.
Yeah.
It's so bad. Nothing beats the real MVP, Morgan. I can't feel. It's impossible to feel shivers down my spine with a companion stuck to my rook. I don't want to sacrifice myself for them the way I wanted to for Solus, for Alistair, for Meryl.
I feel the same way too. But back in the Inquisition, you could really feel connected to the characters and their backstories and their personalities indeed. And, I don't have anything else to mention about this, so I guess I'll just move on. And I'll ask about the character customization.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. The good, the best, the very best. I have no words really for it. Captivating. Applause.
I agree 100%. The character creation was amazing. So many things to choose from. It literally took me so many hours to end up with my final character design. It was so good indeed.
It was. But what about the world building?
I liked it, to be honest. The map, the fade, how you travel through all these cities. Each one of them has its own style and concept and quests. So I'm not mad about it. I'd say good.
I loved all the elven cities, but apart from them, I'm a bit bored. But still, I would put it in the good category, I think. It goes hand in hand with the graphics.
Yeah, that's fair. All the elven cities were amazing, as they always should be, But what about the combat mechanics?
Bad, just bad. Nope, I can't get used to it.
Seriously? I don't know. I'd say it's decent. It kind of reminds me of Mass Effect, and I do enjoy this kind of combat. And you can also create your own build however you like, whenever you like. The enemies were kind of repetitive, to be honest, but okay, whatever. I'd say good.
No, it doesn't feel like the old school DA games for me somehow. I can't get used to it at all. It feels so strange.
Okay, I understand.
Maybe it's just me. What about morality? The morality system.
Let's just address the elephant in the room, okay? There's no morality system in Veilguard, like at all. Your choices, they don't matter. Sure, you get to pick dialogue based on what kind of vibe your character has. They're logical, funny, tough, but that's it. The big decisions they let you make that are supposed to have an impact are so limited. Like, okay, saving Treviso or Miranthus sounds like a big deal, right? But no matter which city you pick, the other one still gets destroyed, and the game tries to guilt trip you about it. And sure, you either lose Lucanis or Nev, depending on your choice, but it's temporary. They come back later, angry at first, sure, but then it's all good again. So it's like, why even bother pretending this is a meaningful decision? It just gives you the illusion of choice without actually making you feel the weight of it. The only real decisions you make are at the end of each companion story, and even then, it's one choice, like with Emric. You either save Manfred or you don't and become elites, and that's it. Same thing with the other companions. I don't know if there are multiple endings since I haven't finished the game yet, but I'm right before the final chapter, and so far nothing feels like it truly matters. So, yeah, I'm sorry, but it's a hard no for me. Bad all the way.
I know what you mean. It feels a bit forced in a way. No matter what you do, the consequences will be the same. I will just say maybe what in the fate for that one because I haven't reached far enough to have an opinion yet. But it does feel different than the other games when it comes to your impact on the story. Exactly what I said earlier, sloppy.
Yes, exactly.
Sloppy writing, and that's the issue to this game in general, I think. But what about the bugs?
There weren't a lot of bugs in my playthrough, to be fair, but there was this one bug that deserves its own spot in the What in the Fate category because every time I logged out of the game and then logged back in, my character's hair would disappear and I was bald. Completely bald. And there was no way to fix it.
My favorite.
Yeah. And the best thing is that me and Solus are balds.
Exactly.
So, two balds in the house, they might kiss. There was no way to fix it unless I went to Solus' house in the Fade, walked into Varric's room, and used the mirror to change my appearance. And I was so pissed every time.
Zephy, I think that makes so much sense in a way, though, because to fix your baldness, you had to go to the bald guy.
The bald guy always has the solution.
Yeah, always.
Well, sometimes I'd log out during a cutscene or something, and then I'd have to sit there watching this dramatic moment unfold between Solus and me, and it was really weird. I mean, seriously, what in the fate was that? How about your playthrough?
To be fair, I haven't experienced any, so I'll go with good again.
That's good for you, really, really. And one last thing, the most important thing for us, Val. One of the most important things for us. How about the romance?
Okay, you know my opinion already. It's bad. Romance is dead. Dead. I cannot believe I will never forgive this. I waited literally 10 years for the new Dragon Age game to come out, only to fall in love and be attracted to Solus again.
And he wants your previous character. I mean,
exactly.
The betrayal.
Yes, obviously, Belara is sweet and kind and dorky and nerdy, and she's fragile and vulnerable because of what happened to her brother. And yes, Emric has a hot accent, and he's a necromancer, my favorite kind. But I don't feel the spark. I'm not head over heels for any of them. And I do hope that this will change once I manage to finish it, but I'm sure it won't. How many nights I cried when Alistair rejected me because I was an elf? How many years have I been talking about how Solus was my one true love, the one that got away, the betrayer? I don't think I can see that with any of these characters, so it's a no for me. It's bad.
I can understand. I'd put this one in the bad category for sure too. Like, I really liked Darwin at first. I mean, come on, good looking, strong, serious, creative, funny, and he has a griffin. That was the biggest plus, to be fair. But in the end, it was so boring. The connection with him and honestly with any of the companions just wasn't there. Oh, and I have to talk about this one thing that really, really got to me. So at the beginning, two of the first companions you get are Lucanis and Nev. I hadn't met Darwin yet, so I thought, okay, maybe this Lucanis guy could be interesting. Spoiler alert, he wasn't. But I was hopeful, typical me. There was a little spark between Rook and him, so I decided to take him and Nev on all my quests, as my companions. And you know how characters sometimes chat while you're walking around? Well, I started picking up on this tension between Lucanis and Nev, and I was like, excuse me, what? No, 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 no. We are romancing each other. This isn't happening. Fast forward to later, I meet Darwin, come meet to him, and everything's going fine, and then bam, a cutscene pops up where Lucanis confesses that he likes Nev. And I mean, are you kidding me? I knew it. I felt it. It was like my spine knew it before I did. Honestly, it just made me laugh at that point because apparently not even the characters are attached to you. So I think I dodged the bullet there.
I think you did. And also, let's just say, I just made the connection now. Darwin is, well, from Baldur's Gate 3, boring. Good looking,
Yes.
nice, kind, but boring.
Yeah. Everyone was boring. I don't know.
No.
I don't know. Even, you know what? They had their own problems to solve, but deep down on their core, they weren't that much fucked up. Okay, Belara was sad. Emric was ambitious to become a lich. He was emotional.
I think again, it's just an issue with the writing that was
Yes.
sloppy. I'm gonna say this again because it's true. I think they had some issues, and that's why they changed stuff just before they released the game. Like a year before they released the game. So I just think it's bad writing. It's not like the characters are not good. They had the potential
Yeah, of
to
course.
be great, but something happened, and we will never find out probably. But I'm not happy 100%. I'm happy it exists.
You see the romance in Dragon Age Inquisition, and it was the best. And you felt so connected with the characters, even though you didn't want to romance some of them, but you still felt connected with them. Either you felt friendship with them, other camaraderie, or romance, or anything. And now you don't feel that stuff. You don't feel so connected with them. I was just feeling like they were just quests that needed to be done.
Yeah, I really hope that we'll have a different opinion once I'm done with it. And I do feel that of them all, my favorite at the moment is Belara
Yeah.
as a romance option. So I'm just hoping that I will stop thinking how Emmerich has a really nice accent and he's a necromancer and just go for my gut feeling that tells me that I should be with her.
I understand. Yeah. Well, now that we've covered all of this, I'm curious. Has your initial rating changed throughout our conversation? And what would you rate your game now?
I don't know. I will either keep the same or I'll just say maybe a 7. Because the story, the writing, and the companions are the most important for me in every game. And since I'm not 100% with any of them, I can't give it a higher rating, no matter how much I want to.
Yeah, same here. Honestly, the story, the writing, and the companions are what matter most to me too in a game. And that's why I'd give it a solid 5.5.
Strict.
Yeah, because none of these things really hit the mark for me. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not terrible, but it's definitely not worth its original price of 60 euros. And that said, if you can find it during a good sale, it's a fun enough game to pass the time with. Just go into it with low expectations and enjoy it for what it is.
Prepare for disappointment so you won't get your heart broken, as old Val always says.
Exactly that. All right, we've done through the good, the bad, and the what in the fate moments. Now it's the time for the most important part of our review, the Potato Award. Because since we're both potato enthusiasts, every game gets a special, spectacular rating. So we have the golden potato. That's an award for the games which were the best. 10 to 10. The couch potato. The games that are super comfortable and enjoyable, like, curling up with a blanket, even if it's not that challenging. The raw potato, if the game feels unfinished or buggy, etc. The mashed potato, when the games bring nostalgia, part of a popular franchise, stuff like that. And the curly fry, unexpectedly good, twists and turns, one of a kind.
Okay, so we need to give the awards to.
Yeah, we need to give an award to Dragon Age Veilguard.
I think since the Veilguard is part of a popular franchise and it's not really as good as the first ones, but it still brings some nostalgia, I will give it the mashed potato award. What do you think?
Yes, we've totally agreed. So I think I'd give the mashed potato too. So that makes it official. Dragon Age Veilguard gets the mashed potato award from us. It's not bad, it's not amazing, but it's definitely there. Well earned, Veilguard. Good job. Or not. I don't know. So I guess this is the end, you guys. We hope you enjoyed our potato award show. We hope you like potatoes as much as we do.
You can boil them, mash them, or stick them in a stew.
Oh my god. We really want to know your opinion about Veilguard.
And potatoes.
And potatoes, of course. What's your favorite kind? Did you like it? Did you not? What kind of award would you give it? And we're looking forward to see you next time with another episode. And till then, may all your rolls be a natural 20. Bye.
Bye.